They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot. And is this intercepted? It is intercepted. Picked off by Darius Butler. And a big turnover there as his guy get the football back. They told us repeatedly. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. And he gets this one up just shy of the 35 to the 34. So the offense has it 1st and 10.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 34 yards. And it'll be a Minnesota first down.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
He's going to air one out, and that'll be caught by Diggs. Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead.
That drive was quick and impressive, almost like they had somewhere else they needed to be after the game.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They go play action here on first down. Deep drop. He's going to take another. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed in the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Peterson on in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Croy Bierman making the tackle.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Down on the field, we've got an injured Colt after that last play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. So second down was a run play. Now see what they do on third. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's able to find Diggs. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass trick in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
All right, here we go.
They give it to Peterson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? We had land 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because
they'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
Here we go.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Vontae Davis. And he will be out.
we're going to say it was a poor pass, but the defensive guys say it was just a great play by them. They broke on the football, picked it off, and gave some momentum to their team.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Now they'll here out of the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch. And out now come the Vikings.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's going to let it go again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
Pass interference.
Little jostling there, but it's going to be the offense that gets the penalty flag for interference. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top again. And got his man complete. He is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
And now out comes Minnesota. Peterson alone in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Second down following the run.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Henry Anderson, big man from Stanford there for the stop.
It's been a struggle this entire game trying to move the ball on the ground. But every now and then you find a little chink in the armor, and that type of run right there lets them know that they can't stop every single run for almost no gain.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Now let's go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. And that catch puts him past the great Jerry Rice. For the most receiving yards in a single season, he's now up over 1,848.
At one point, we called Jerry Rice Flash. How about the dash we saw here today? The dash towards his record and past it. What a tremendous achievement. And how much fun is it for us to be here to witness it?
It's a pinch-me moment for us. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The veteran Robert Mathis there to make the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll set up to throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they'll have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
They'll run for it with Peterson. And he's in the end zone. And now out comes Minnesota. Good balanced attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of colors, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty for the defense.
What's going on the defense? Adrian Peterson off to the races. Touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his 26th touchdown, drawing Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And Viking off. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And that is caught by the rookie Laquan Treadwell. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with
this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Cordero Patterson, 42 yards. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on
Adrian Peterson. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football.
Yeah, and now out comes Minnesota. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open. Brandon, we did watch him play well on tape last week, and it was a lot of fun to watch, and he put together some nice numbers, some really nifty plays, and he's doing it again this week, and what I'm seeing is the rest of his team starting to rise in confidence as well.
Rubbing off a little bit?
I think so, and I think that they're buying into him. They believe in him as their leader, which means that they're going to play better, try to make some better plays for him. I think we've seen that throughout this contest.
Those numbers certainly back you up. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. They'll get 17 yards and give the Vikings a first down. And on that last play there for 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. And they went big on first down. Proves unfruitful.
I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
He's already been in the end zone multiple times. Trying to target him again deep there. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs with an unbelievable 5th touchdown of the game. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. And that touchdown reception is the 5th for him in this game, and that ties the NFL record.
And a record that's held up since...
And now out comes Minnesota. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out. They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on, catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here we go. 319. 319.
They drop the throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. They'll look to throw down, first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking it incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. This will be caught inside the 10. And he carries this one all the way down to the 9. And now first on following that long gain. They'll stick with the passing game and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph with touchdown number 7 on the year. And this Viking offense is running away with this one.
And in this day and age, I would love to put quarterback in the NFL. Wide open up.
Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Good drive last time. Really effective pass. passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily.
Adrian Pete off to the races. Adrian Peterson with a career-high 4-touchdown game. And that rushing touchdown fourth puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
The Vikings offense now heading out to take over, and they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws like they're right now, and they want to get there and show.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that group here this go-around. 7 yards on the up there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. And the confidence from last week carrying over week.
In a row, and I have to admit, last week, I thought they were going to really struggle running the football. I thought that they had a real challenge on their hands, and they more than met it and created big-time openings that he just absolutely hurdled through. And they figured, why not? Let's carry it forward this week. Again, the same thing. All the blocking schemes are there. I think they've really done a great job. That B-gap between the guard and the tackle has been there all game for them, and they continue to exploit.
And he's going downhill.
Not only downhill, but with incredible force.
Now Peterson. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Well, I'd say that run's pretty emblematic of what we've seen all day long. No matter what they've done on offense, this offensive line has controlled the line of scrimmage, giving them time to throw it, run it, do whatever they wanted. That's why they're points up on the board. And right now, the psyche of the offense, we're in control, and we can do whatever we feel like doing out here on the field.
Trent Cole on the tackle.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Peterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
But it was stopped on that play. But he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
15.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Cordero Patterson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings offense continues to pour on. And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. What time on offense? They roll downfield, get into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. The mic, boys. 56. Check 56. I know he ain't got it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Mike, 50. Blue 90. 53. Mike.
They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer.
They'll run now out of the gun. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves them with 3rd down and just a yard to go.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. The linebacker to make the stop.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings 4th down.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually, he catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he said dropped it.
And now out comes Minnesota. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll they can add to their lead.
They want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Here's Peterson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. To throw here to the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course, you got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays. And they insert their dime package. DBs here on 3rd and 6.
Expecting pass all the way. Now back to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Cordero Patterson, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Vikings capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
comes Minnesota. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. Now let's go. Green.
They'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, they move ever closer to the perfect regular season as they run things to 14-0. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Colts, they've plummeted now to 3-11. And they'll be off to Oakland next week for a date with the Raiders. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.